Hello, and welcome back to Tier List Tuesday. Today I've got something, it's going to be a little bit on the shorter side, I would imagine, since there's not really much for me to talk about, I'm not going to lie, but, I figured I would just go ahead and share my appreciation for this game to the rest of the world. What I'm doing today, as you can tell by the title and what is displayed on the screen, is a Project Sekai Colorful Stage Character Tier List. Now, I don't know what the official English version versus Japanese version is, but basically this is a Hatsune Miku mobile rhythm game that is also art gacha game, as most of these mobile rhythm games are. And yeah, there's some characters. I'm gonna rate them. That's really all we got. So, just to give a little bit of background on my, I guess, relationship, not really the best word, but my relationship with this game, and also my relationship, best word, with Miku and Vocaloid and that whole community. When I was younger, I found out about Hatsune Miku probably on like the very early 2010s. I don't remember exactly when. I want to say like 2012-ish? 2011, 2012, 2013. Somewhere around that point. And, back then there wasn't really any Vocaloid music on YouTube that was super standardized. Like, there were so few songs. Obviously, there was like World Is Mine, which was the big one. And then there were a couple others, but it was still like a pretty sparse community. And then over time, obviously, it's become, pretty big now. Although it's probably like, I don't know if I would say that it has already peaked or if it's still growing. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, back then it was pretty low, got much higher. And honestly, I took again, terrible words, but I took a break from Vocaloid for a while, but I kind of came back into it whenever I found out about this game, because, I don't know, it's a fun rhythm game in general, and then I just think that there's something really unique about the kind of like Vocaloid music and voice that I think is really interesting, but I also appreciated that there was like actual, singers that worked in tandem with the Vocaloid vocals. And I thought that was a really cool way of utilizing the technology. Anyways, as far as my playing of this game goes, I am pretty on and off with this game, I would say. Like, sometimes I play a decent amount in the event, sometimes I don't play at all. I haven't really played for a while, I'm not gonna lie, a few weeks, maybe a couple months, but it's a cool game. I also don't read the lore at all. So, to all the people who clicked on this video expecting me to do an in-depth character analysis and tier list of their backgrounds and all that stuff, sorry, you're not gonna get that. It's mostly just gonna be based on vibes, okay? This is mostly a vibes tier list. That being said, I am at least somewhat familiar with most of the characters on here, so yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know all their names, so I'm a bit of a pretender, I'm not gonna lie, but anyways, this is the video I decided to make, so let's go. If you're wondering who made this, it's this UW account. Okay, that's whatever. So it looks like they're organized by the actual band that they're in. So first we got Nightcord. Now Nightcord, I think, might be my favorite in terms of the music that they make, but it's kind of close compared to some of the people I'll talk about later. Now, as far as the actual members go, immediately I was drawn to Anna. I think that's how you say it. Anna, whatever it is. Now, there's really no reason for that other than just I think that she has an interesting character design, which is interesting to say because, like, if you look at all the characters on here, she almost has the most generic design, right? But I think that's what makes it nice. It's just like refreshing to see a character that isn't super flashy. in general, I tend to prefer simple character designs. And I just think that, you know, she has cool vibes, so I'm gonna give her an A. I don't really know too much about her backstory, although I'm pretty sure that all the members of Night Court at 25 o'clock have pretty, like, sad, downtrodden backstories. Honestly, a lot of the characters in this game have negative backstories, don't they? I feel like the only ones that don't really have, like, terrible backstories are, like, Wonderland Showtime and, these guys. What are they called? Vivid Bad Down or something? I don't know, that's such a stupid name. Anyways, moving on. Kanade. This is the character that I do know about her backstory because of how silly I thought it was. I think that when I first read it, I must not have, like, understood what it actually meant. I thought that, like, her song made her dad, like, commit suicide or something, and I was like, what is this backstory? But since then, I've learned a little bit more about what actually went down, and so it makes slightly more sense. I don't know. I don't know if I should get into spoiler territory. Spoiler alert. Skip ahead like 15 seconds. Basically, my understanding is that her music is actually good, and her dad's music is not good. So he got depressed and gave up on his dream, and then she took that as a negative. And she's traumatized for life. So I'm gonna give her a B because, you know, it's kind of cool, and right, she's like the neat character. I mean, she's not a neat, but she stays indoors, right? That kind of thing. Mafuyu. I don't know what to think about Mafuyu. That's Mafuyu, right? This is Mizuki. I hope I'm not getting them mixed up. I don't really know too much about her actual story other than, like, she got, like, mind broken, which is kind of cool. So C. Mizuki. S. Easily the best singing voice in the game, in my opinion, at least. I say easily the best, and then I say in my opinion. I don't know, just, like, really great vocals, and, like, a lot of their songs are really good. Yeah. I don't know too much about their backstory either, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be, like, non-binary or something, so I guess that's interesting. You don't really get a ton of that kind of representation in Asian media. I think in Japan it's becoming more common, but it's still, you know, a little bit behind, I would say. Anyways, that's Night Court. Pretty spread out. Some of the characters are cool, some of them are meh. Now we have these dudes. I'm not gonna lie, they're my least favorite. I'm just gonna say that the band of friends, basically the rock band, they're my least favorite. I also don't really listen to their songs as often. They're kind of my least favorite. I don't know. There's just something about them. They don't look cool, and the whole, like, rock band, like, of friends doesn't appeal to me. Like, I know people that did that in real life, and it was cringe. So, yeah, I don't know. Honami, I did actually see a little bit about this in their backs. I don't know why I decided to watch theirs in particular, but I don't know. Honami seems cool. It's, like, nice, and so she got, like, stepped on, and then, you know, whatever, she couldn't stand up for herself. That's kind of funny, so I'll put her in A. The rest of them, they're probably going in C. I think Saki? I think her name might be Saki. I'm gonna put her in A because she looks cool. She's got, like, a nice personality from what I can tell, and I think her whole shtick is that she was, like, sick, and then she stopped being sick, and now she's cool again, and that's cool. Like I said, there's not really much for me to say on them. I don't know anything about them, and also I just don't really care about them that much as a band. Sorry. Now we've got the idol group. I also don't know their name, and you wouldn't believe me when I say this, but I think they're my third favorite, just as far as their aesthetic goes, if not my second favorite. It's close between them and Wonderland Showtime, but I don't know, like, historically I haven't really liked idols that much, but for some reason you know, this video game has turned me into a believer. I might become a degenerate. Not really. I don't really care about real-life idol groups. Only anime idol groups. That's the only idol groups I care about. Speaking of which, this is going to be a tangent, but another kind of show or game that I got into a little bit was D4DJ, which is by the same company that did Bang Dream, I think. I don't know why, but D4DJ it was just really interesting the way that you could like mix songs in that game. I thought it was pretty unique. The actual gameplay was kind of interesting. So, you know, if you have, what the heck? If you want to look for another game, try that out. They also made a show. I think they even made a season 2, and it's 3D animated, but I feel like it's not bad 3D animation from what I remember. And the intro is kind of a nice little meme. I have a meme on Discord with the intro. It's cool. Anyways, back to the idols. Irie? Is that her name? Irie? She's nice. She's got a nice aesthetic. Definitely my favorite member of this group just because of the way she looks. I don't know. Something about the pink hair and the big floofy hair. It's cool. It's nice. Haruka? You know what? I'll give her a B. She's simple, but she's cool. She's the OG idol from what I remember. I think she used to be in an idol group and then they ended up like disbanding. And then she gave up on her dream and then she came back to fund her dream. I don't know. It's cool, I guess. I saw a little bit about her in like the event. Also, she likes penguins, I think. I think that's her thing, is she loves penguins. That's kind of cute. So there you go, B. I don't know her name. I'll put her B. I think she's the leader of this group. I guess that is something important to note, maybe, is that all these groups have leader characters. I think that are probably like the central figures behind their founding. I'm pretty sure Kanade is for Night Chord. She is for the idol group. She is for these dudes, the band. And then, yeah, she's just gonna go here. These two characters are sisters. Couldn't really tell just by looking at them, but they are. I think she's supposed to be like the doting older sister that like kind of like teases her younger sister, but it's also like nice about it. I don't know. She's like obsessed. It's kind of weird. Maybe that bumps her up to a B though, because it's kind of funny. I like the creepazoids in the anime. Not really. Moving on. We got these dudes. Vivid Bad Down, I think they're called. They're kind of like street artists. That's their whole vibe. The leader is her, I believe. Even though she is like kind of more the central character. I think her name is On. And you know, I'll go ahead and rate her first. I almost want to give her an S. Because I think that she has like... She's also another character that I like just because of her design. I don't know, bro. I mean, there's not really much to rate about the character designs other than like their clothing and their hair. I guess that's just the character design, isn't it? You can't really see her clothing here, but like all these characters that wear like generally street clothing, right? I think Night Chord generally only wears like school clothing because they're just all students and they just chill. The exception is Kanade, who wears like a sweatshirt. Mafuyu, who wears whatever she wants. But yeah, the street clothing looks kind of nice on them. I definitely prefer it to the idol outfits and the like show outfits. So she just gets some plus. Look at that, the blue tint on her hair. I don't know, it's just nice. Akito, you know, I'll go ahead and give Akito and Toya the B. I think I do like Akito more. I think Akito and Anna are siblings, I believe. Toya, I know a lot of people really like Toya. And I think I remember seeing a video. For some reason, at one point in time, I was just watching a bunch of Project Sekai videos, or Proseka as it's called, in the in crowd. And I saw a video about that was like ranking all the singers in the game. I think I just wanted to watch it to feel validated. If I remember correctly, Mizuki was first, but Toya was actually second, which surprises me because there was one point in time where I listened to little snippets of all of the characters singing to try and gauge like which ones I actually liked, and I didn't feel like I liked Toya as much, but the video was kind of saying that his actor, singer, whatever, had like didn't start in music, and so he had like a rough start, but over time he's gotten a lot better, so that's kind of interesting. It has nothing to do with the character, but, you know, just a little tidbit for you. Anyways, they're going to B. I think Toya has a history with music in terms of, like, his parents really pushed him into classical, maybe, but he didn't really want to be a classical musician. The only reason why I think that is because there's something about him being a pianist, but he doesn't like playing piano that much. Anyways, he's got some trauma. She's gonna go B just because she's the leader, so B. Look, all the leaders are in B, right? Oh, never mind. She's in C. Okay, now we get to the Vocaloids, and this is where I've really got to put on my history cap. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Kaito is... I'm sorry. Kaito is the worst. Kaito and Mako. You know, I'll put Mako in D because she's a girl. I don't know, man. I played Hatsune Miku Project Diva F on PlayStation 3. That was really one of the first rhythm games, rather, I ever played. And it was kind of a big deal because it was like one of the first times where I was like openly embracing my weebness, like publicly. As in, like, you know, I'm going out and buying a weeb game that to people who aren't in the know would seem weird. It's, you know, it's a game called Project Diva and it's got a bunch of girls on the screen. It was kind of embarrassing, but yeah, nowadays I don't care. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. I'd buy 10 copies if I wanted to. But my point is that in that game, you've got all these Vocaloids: Mako, Kaito, Len, Rin, Miku, and Luca, and Mako and Kaito just don't have great voice boxes, in my opinion. Like, I think they're one of the oldest, and so they're also like one of the less supported, and it just doesn't sound as good, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put them lower because of that. Also, controversial opinion, the blue nails on Kaito need to go. Just get rid of them. Okay. Len and Rin. You know, I'll put... Ooh. Actually, yeah. I was going to do C and B, but I think I'm going to do B and A. Originally, I wasn't a really big fan of Rin or Len at all. But over time, as I've listened to more of their songs, I've become more... I don't know. I like them more. I don't know what else to say. I was going to say I've become more attracted to them, but that is not the good way of putting it. I don't know. Like, you know, Butterfly on your left shoulder, whatever it's called. The other songs that they do, whatever they are, you know, their duo. I like their duo songs, actually. I really like their duo songs. Like Remote Controller is really good. But their solo songs are also good, too. And I don't know, like, what the relationship was in real life. I think they might have even been voiced by the same person, which, if that's true, that's cool. If not, I don't know what the relationship was, but, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think they play off each other well. I think that they've got interesting personalities. I like Rin's personality a lot. I think out of all the Vocaloids, she's got my favorite personality. But, you know, Len's cool, too. And just in general, they're fine, and you know, and I mean, they're one of the most popular, right? Like, Rin is probably the second most popular Vocaloid, at least of the ones that Sega owns. And I think that there's a good reason for it. Luca, you know what? Let's go and just spread all these out. I'll go ahead and put her C. I actually don't mind her that much. I like what's the one song? Megane Classes. That's a nice one, but overall, I just haven't heard a lot of Luca songs that I like. I don't know. I like her aesthetic and her vibe. I liked her in Project Diva F, like, just her generalist look. But overall, there weren't a ton of songs that she sang that I was into. And so, I just have a hard time liking her as much, I guess, because of that. I mean, listen, they're Vocaloids, their whole thing is music. If I don't like many of their songs, then what am I going to do, right? Last is Hatsune Miku. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to put her in S tier. Honestly, she's fine as a Vocaloid. but she's not, like, insane or anything. Like, the fact that she's by far the most well-known and most popular Vocaloid, I'm pretty sure is surprising. I don't know why. Like, I really don't. But still, I've got to put her in S because, honestly, I think that she is the best look in this game. Like, I think that they did a really great job of translating the characters to 2D and 3D, making them look good in both. Like that one music video for Miku, like the song called Miku, the music video is so nice because it just lets you appreciate the work that they put into their 3D models, especially for the Vocaloid characters, right? And I think it just looks really nice. Like when you compare it to like the opening cutscenes of the Project Diva F games, where it's like Uncanny Valley up the wazoo, and you're like, oh yeah, this is how they're supposed to look. You know, cartoonish, but not like outlandish, right? I just think it's nice. And obviously Miku has, you know, some of the best Vocaloid songs out there, if not the best Vocaloid songs out there. Dune is great. I'm so glad they added that to the game. Miku's a funny song. Yeah, I don't know, just good stuff. I wish Gumi was on here. Gumi's also pretty goated. Anyways. Not a lot of D's and F's. You know, all the characters are fine, right? Okay. So we've moved past the Vocaloids. We're now on to the last group, which is Wonderland Showtime. And I'm pretty sure... What's his name's not Tenma, right? Tenma's his last name. Isn't it? It's Saki Tenma and then whatever Tenma. This dude. I don't remember his name. This dude. I'm pretty sure he's the leader of this group. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in B. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of like the showman kind of personality character type. But he's fine, right? I mean, it's like it works with his character, it works with their group, and so I don't mind it. I get it. And overall, seems like a nice guy, huh? I'll go in reverse order, I suppose. Rui? I'll go ahead and put him in A. He's another character that a lot of people like. I mean, look at this face, right? Like, you can't not love this face. It's so intoxicating. It's like, it looks evil and good at the same time, right? He's smirking, he's inviting, but he's also like, I don't know. There's just something about it. And also he's just like a funny little character, so I like it. I think he's supposed to be like a child prodigy, where like he's like a mechanical genius. He built like a fully functional robot. I don't know. Don't ask. Okay, just read the lore in the game. Next we got Nene. Not the biggest fan. I'll put her in C actually. She's kind of mid as far as characters go for me. I think her whole thing is just that she's like shy. I think that's it. But I guess it's cool that she gets up on stage. I don't know. She's a mech character. Now, we've reached the final character on the tier list, and I didn't necessarily plan for this to be the last one. Get over there. First place. By far, the best character in this game is Emu. If that's how you say it, I don't know. Originally, I wasn't super into her character, but it's actually crazy. It's like literally what you would see in an anime of like intoxicating positivity. If Rui is like intoxicating, like, I don't even know. Just, she is intoxicating positivity, and it's just, I don't know, man. Like, reading her dialogues, watching her cutscenes, her, like, all, it's just, there's something about it that makes you want to keep reading. Just, like, if she was in an anime, bro, I'd watch that. That's all I'm saying, okay? She's the best character. She's great. She's just, like, bundle of energy, and normally I don't like this type of characters, but there's something different about her. And I actually really appreciate the short hair. In general, I wouldn't say that I necessarily have a preference. I think that I typically prefer medium length hair. But I think on Emu and Anna, the short hair really looks nice. Shiho, I don't think it looks nice. Mako, I don't think it looks nice, but it looks good on them, in my opinion. Anyways, that's what I got. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Like I said, you know, I don't really know anything about their lore, or I don't know much about their lore, so sorry I couldn't go more in depth on that if you're a true fan of the game. But I like the game, and I like Vocaloid, and I just wanted to share some love, get it out there, you know, for those of you who aren't involved in that community. Obviously, I've been playing some music in the background. Hopefully I don't get copyright struck. Oh my god, this is the song. This is the Miku song, bro. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm going to have to end the video before it plays out. But that's going to be it for me for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, good night, whenever, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to see you next time. I don't know if I normally do that outro for these. I just kind of did it for fun. Anyways, I hope to see you guys next time for another Tier List Tuesday. Hopefully on a subject that I am slightly more knowledgeable about. I tend to not be super knowledgeable on most of the tier lists that I create. I think sometimes that can be more fun. But yeah, that's all I got. See you later. This is the definitive tier list ranking for this game. Okay, bye.